Okay, so have you ever like walked past a store window
Yeah.
and you're just like, ooh, I need that, but you still don't?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we all fall for the tricks that stores use to make us shop more.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we like knew all the words they use,
Right.
to make us buy more stuff?
Yeah.
That's what this deep dive is all about.
Okay.
Leveling up your vocabulary
Uh-huh.
so that you can shop smarter.
I like that.
Okay, so I found this IELTS prep video,
Okay.
and they use shopping as a speaking topic,
Interesting.
which is perfect because, like, everybody shops, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, it doesn't matter if you're taking the IELTS or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, having a better vocabulary can help you communicate better.
Right.
Whether you're, like, trying to get a better price or writing a review or even just, like, talking with your friends about your favorite stores.
Absolutely.
So it's super useful for everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let's start with shopping habits.
Okay.
The things we all do when we shop. So this video starts with impulse buying,
Oh, yeah.
which is, that urge to buy something right away,
Right. In the moment.
even if you probably shouldn't.
Exactly.
They even gave an example.
Okay, what was it?
Impulse buying often leads to spending more than you intended.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Right?
I've been there.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need some retail therapy,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
which is, like shopping to feel better or like de-stress.
It's a good way to unwind.
It really is.
Yeah.
So true.
So true.
Speaking of shopping,
Okay.
are you more of a bargain hunter or a window shopper?
Oh, that's a good question.
I know.
I think I love finding a good deal.
Yeah.
So I guess bargain hunter's more me.
Yeah.
This video says that bargain hunters like look for the best prices and discounts. Like they're all about sales and clearance.
Yeah.
So that sounds about right.
You're like, the detectives of the discount world.
Totally.
Yeah.
I like that. And then there's window shopping, which I think has its own kind of magic.
Yeah.
Like you get to just enjoy looking at everything, getting ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe even imagining yourself owning like that amazing dress.
Right.
But you don't spend any money.
It's the best of both worlds.
Totally.
You get inspired without breaking the bank.
Exactly. And it shows how these words we use for shopping
Right.
aren't just about buying stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the whole experience.
I like that.
But let's not just like admire from afar.
Okay.
Let's talk about the words we use
Mm-hmm.
to describe the actual products and services we want to buy.
Yeah, okay. It's
For example,
yeah.
how often are you like weighing the pros and cons of high-end versus budget-friendly?
Oh, all the time.
Right.
It's always a tough decision.
It is.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to find that balance,
Yeah.
good quality without like spending all my money.
Right.
This video talked about how high-end stuff
Mm-hmm.
means luxury goods, like the things that are usually for like richer people.
Yeah, like designer labels
Yeah.
and exclusive brands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But budget-friendly is more where it's at for most of us.
For sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Totally.
This video says that budget-friendly stuff should be like affordable and ideally a good value for the price.
Makes sense.
And you know what? Sometimes getting something budget-friendly
Yeah.
can feel even better than like splurging on something expensive.
I know, right?
Like you found a hidden gem
Exactly.
and then there's custom made,
Oh, yeah.
which is so cool. It's like having something made just for you
Yeah.
with like your own unique style.
Like the ultimate personalization.
Exactly.
But, the video does say it usually costs more
Oh, yeah.
and takes longer to get.
Makes sense.
So there's always a trade-off, right?
Always.
But speaking of like practical things, have you ever found like the perfect item
Oh, yeah.
only to see that it's out of stock?
Oh, the worst. Like you finally find what you've been looking for and then poof, it's gone.
It's so frustrating.
It is.
It's like a reminder that even online where there's so much stuff,
Yeah,
things can still be scarce.
so true.
It's interesting though how we shop now.
What do you mean?
Like, do you prefer shopping online
Yeah.
or going to an actual store?
It's funny you mention that.
Yeah.
Because this video talks about how things are kind of changing.
Oh, really? How do
Like the lines are blurring between like e-commerce and those brick and mortar stores.
Okay.
Like nowadays, a lot of stores let you order online.
Right.
And then pick up your stuff at the store.
Oh, yeah. Click and collect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty convenient.
It is.
Yeah.
And then there are pop-up shops.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Why are they so popular?
I think it's because they're only around for a short time.
Right.
So it's like this exclusive limited time thing.
I see.
And they add this like sense of urgency.
Makes sense.
Like you got to go before they disappear.
Yeah. FOMO. Fear of missing out.
And then, of course, we have outlet stores
Yeah.
where you can find designer stuff on sale.
Love a good deal.
Me too.
Yeah.
And marketplaces, which can be anything from farmers markets to online platforms like Etsy.
Wow, so many options.
I know, right?
It's amazing how much variety there is in shopping.
It is.
It's not just one thing.
Definitely not.
It's like a whole world of different experiences.
So true.
But no matter where you shop,
Yeah.
there's this whole language of discounts and pricing that we all need to know.
Okay, tell me more.
Like, what about those amazing markdowns and those dreaded overpriced items?
Tell me about it.
Right.
So the video says a markdown is basically just a price reduction,
Okay.
which is like music to my ears.
Right.
And then on the other hand, we have overpriced items,
Ugh, yes.
which are those things that just cost way more than they should.
You know, considering the quality or features.
It's all about whether something is worth the price, right?
Exactly.
Like we're always trying to figure out if we're getting a good deal.
Yeah, and sometimes, even if something is expensive, it can be worth it if the quality is really good or if it has special features.
Right. It's like that internal debate we all have.
Exactly.
But then there are those times when you know you've found a steal,
Oh, yeah.
like that amazing find that makes you feel like you beat the whole system.
It's the best feeling.
It really is.
It's like a victory dance.
And it's so interesting how, like, even those informal words,
What do you mean?
like pricey or steal, can tell us so much about how we feel about shopping.
I never thought about it that way.
I know, right?
It's true, though.
It is.
Okay, so I'm curious, what's like the best steal you've ever found?
Oh, there are so many stories.
I bet.
But before I share all my shopping secrets,
Okay.
we need to talk about something really important that people often forget:
What's that?
the customer experience.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the stuff we buy.
Mm-hmm.
It's about how we're treated as shoppers.
You're so right.
And this video talks about some key terms here,
Okay.
starting with customer service, which can make or break a shopping trip.
For sure.
Like good customer service means feeling valued and respected and heard.
It's like feeling like more than just a transaction.
Exactly.
I like that.
And then there's that idea of a hassle-free experience,
Okay.
which is all about making things easy and convenient.
Like what kind of things?
Like a clear return policy,
Okay.
good communication,
Mm-hmm.
and no complications.
So basically just a smooth and easy experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
And then there are loyalty programs,
Oh, yeah.
which are a great way for stores to reward their loyal customers
Right.
and build like a community.
Like a win-win.
It is.
Customers feel appreciated and get rewards.
Yeah.
And businesses get repeat customers.
Totally.
But no matter how good a loyalty program is,
Hmm.
I think one of the most important things this video says
What is it?
is to always check the refund policy before you buy something.
Especially for those big purchases or things you're not sure about.
Exactly. It's all about knowing your rights and options in case something goes wrong.
Or if you just change your mind.
Right.
And finally, we need to talk about the browsing experience,
Okay.
which is like how it feels to shop somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a physical store or online.
Yeah.
The video talks about how important it is for businesses to make this experience enjoyable and engaging.
So, like, what kind of things contribute to that?
It's like the whole atmosphere,
Okay.
the layout,
Uh-huh.
how easy it is to find things,
Yeah.
even the music they're playing.
Oh, yeah.
All those little details can make a big difference
It really can.
in whether you have a good or bad experience.
So true. Yeah, it really is. Like, think about those stores that you love spending time in, even if you don't always buy something host speaker.
Oh, yeah.
What is it about those places that makes you want to stay?
That's so funny you say that because there's this bookstore I love,
Uh-huh.
and it's not even just about the books. They have like these super comfy chairs.
Yeah,
The lighting is perfect, and there's always like this soft music playing.
I love that.
You just want to curl up with a book and like stay for
It
hours.
sounds so cozy.
It is.
Like, they've designed it to make you feel a certain way.
Right.
And speaking of feeling things,
Okay.
let's move on to those extra bonus words from the video.
Oh, yeah. Those little nuggets of shopping wisdom.
Okay, so first up, we have inventory,
Okay.
which is all about the stock of goods that a business has on hand.
That makes me think of those like huge warehouses you see in documentaries.
Yeah.
Like filled with rows and rows of products.
It's like the behind the scenes of shopping,
right.
all the stuff that's waiting to be sold.
Okay. Then there's consumer behavior,
Yeah,
which sounds kind of academic.
it does.
But it's really just about understanding why we buy the things we buy,
Yeah.
what motivates us, and how businesses can like tap into those desires.
It's like they're trying to figure out our shopping brains.
Totally.
It's fascinating.
Okay, speaking of figuring things out.
What?
This next one is kind of sneaky.
Okay, I like where this is going.
It's upselling,
Oh, yeah.
which is when they try to get you to buy a more expensive item
Right.
or add something extra to your purchase.
It's like the art of the subtle suggestion.
So true.
Have you ever noticed those "would you like to supersize that" moments at the fast food counter?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
That's a classic example of upselling.
And it's not just fast food.
No, it's everywhere.
Like, would you like to add a drink to that?
Exactly.
Or maybe you'd prefer the deluxe model.
It's a constant negotiation.
But let's move on to something a little more fun.
Okay, ready?
Seasonal items. Those products that are all about specific times of the year.
Like what?
Like pumpkin spice, everything in the fall,
Right.
or those inflatable pool toys that pop up in the summer,
They're like little markers of time
Yeah.
reminding us about the changing seasons.
and all the traditions that go with them.
And then there's the ultimate weapon.
I'm listening.
Limited edition.
Those two words can make people go crazy,
It's true.
myself included.
I know.
The video talks about how these products are made in smaller quantities, so it creates this sense of urgency
Right, like you got to get it before it's gone.
and like a fear of missing out. Yeah.
For sure.
It's like suddenly it's not just a product,
right?
it's a collector's item.
It's a piece of history.
It's brilliant marketing.
It really is.
So as we wrap up this exploration of shopping vocabulary, what's been like the most interesting thing we've talked about for you?
That's a tough one.
I know there's a lot.
Yeah.
Is there a word that really stands out?
I think for me, it's realizing how much psychology is involved in shopping.
Me too.
It's not just about picking out stuff we need or want.
Right?
It's about how businesses use language and marketing,
Yeah.
and even like store design,
Mm-hmm.
to influence our choices.
Yeah. It's like they're playing mind games with us.
In a way, they are.
But now that we know the vocabulary,
Right.
it's like we have this secret decoder ring
I like that analogy.
to help us see through their tricks.
And make smarter decisions.
Exactly.
Like, we're not just like mindless shoppers anymore.
Nope.
We're active participants
Right.
making informed choices.
So listeners, as we move into the final part of our shopping vocabulary journey, we want to hear from you.
Yes.
What words have resonated with you the most?
Yeah. Tell us in the comments.
Has this deep dive changed how you think about shopping?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right, shoppers, welcome back.
We're in the home stretch now.
We've gone through like a ton of shopping vocabulary.
From those impulse buys.
To those like limited
You
edition.
covered it all.
Now it's time for like a lightning round,
Okay. I like it.
just to make sure we've got all those bonus words
Locked and loaded.
in our mental shopping carts,
Exactly.
ready to become like shopping ninjas.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, let's revisit inventory. What comes to mind when you hear that word?
Inventory.
Yeah.
I'm picturing those like really organized stock rooms
Mm.
where they have every single item like perfectly arranged.
Yeah, and counted for.
Right. Ready to go.
Whether it's going on shelves or getting shipped out to online shoppers.
It's like the backbone of retail,
It really is.
keeping everything running smoothly behind the scenes.
Okay, next up we have consumer behavior.
Okay.
What about that one?
That one makes me think about all those ads
Yeah.
that seem to know exactly what I've been looking at online.
Kind of creepy.
It is, but it's also kind of impressive.
Like, how do they know?
Right.
It's like they're reading my mind.
Well, they're definitely reading our data.
Yeah.
They use algorithms and all sorts of information.
Like what?
Like our online activity, our purchase
Yeah.
history, even our social media.
Wow.
It's all about understanding what makes us tick as shoppers.
So they can predict what we'll buy next.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of predictions, let's talk about upselling.
Ugh. Yes. The art of the subtle nudge.
You know, like when they try to get you to spend a little more?
It's like that voice in your head saying, go for it, treat yourself.
So true.
You know, it's that moment when you're at the checkout and they ask, would you like to upgrade to the premium membership?
Or maybe you'd prefer the larger size.
For just a few dollars more.
It's tempting.
It's a test of our willpower, for sure.
Sometimes I give in, sometimes I resist.
It depends on the day and the product.
Okay, let's move on to something a little more heartwarming.
Okay, I'm ready.
Seasonal items.
Ah, yes. Those products that just scream a particular time of year.
It's like they capture the essence of the season.
They really do.
Like pumpkin spice everything in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
Or those heart-shaped boxes of chocolates around Valentine's Day.
It's like they tap into our emotions and memories.
They remind us of holidays, family gatherings,
Yeah.
all those special moments.
You're like little time capsules.
It's
evoking those warm, fuzzy feelings.
And finally, we can't forget about limited edition.
The two most powerful words in retail.
It's like those words have a magical effect on shoppers.
They do. They create this sense of urgency and exclusivity.
Like you have to have it before it's gone.
We're wired to want things that are rare and unique.
And limited edition products play right into that.
It's like they're saying, you're special. You deserve this.
And we fall for it every time.
Well, most of the time.
So there you have it, folks.
We've officially made it through the world of shopping vocabulary.
I feel like we've leveled up our shopping game.
Armed with a whole new arsenal of words.
But beyond just the words themselves, what's really important is understanding the psychology behind shopping.
You're so right. It's about recognizing how businesses influence our choices.
Yeah, they use all these subtle cues and persuasive techniques.
And now that we know about them,
we can be more aware and intentional about our shopping decisions.
We're not just mindless consumers anymore.
We're informed and empowered shoppers.
Exactly. We have the knowledge to navigate the marketplace with confidence and make choices that align with our values.
So listeners, as we wrap up this deep dive, we encourage you to keep exploring and keep questioning.
Don't be afraid to use your newfound vocabulary.
And remember, knowledge is power.
Especially when it comes to shopping.
Thanks for joining us on this linguistic adventure.
It's been a pleasure exploring the power of words with you.
And we'll catch you next time for another fascinating deep dive.